Okay, welcome to the virtual college exploration for all Ohio students, sponsored by the Ohio Association for College Admission Counseling and StriveScan. Thank you for joining us this evening. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. And this is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the full schedule at oacac.org. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at the same website, oacac.org. And I will now turn it over to our presenter.
Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Emily Martinez and I am with the University of Arizona. And I am here today to discuss everything Arizona. I will be giving you an overview of our academic programs, our student success services, campus life and housing, scholarships, the application process, and again, everything Arizona. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And like any good story, I'm going to start at the beginning. The University of Arizona was founded in 1885 when Arizona was still just a territory. So we weren't even an established state yet, but the University of Arizona was founded. We had one building and 3 students, and it was located in Tucson, Arizona, which is where we're still located on the southern end of the state. If you're familiar with Arizona geography at all, it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours south of Phoenix. Since 1885, we have definitely grown. We have now a beautiful 1 square mile campus. So from 20 unique colleges, 23 dorms, over 35 restaurants, a movie theater, 2 recreation centers, and even a post office, everything students need is just a quick walk away. And for those of you who like to ride your bike, our campus is super flat and Tucson is extremely bike friendly. If we fast forward about 135 years, Arizona now has about 35,000 undergraduate students, and add another 10,000 graduate students, that makes up our entire student community. We have over 40% of students coming from out of state. In fact, we have students coming from every single state in the US. The Midwest is definitely a big draw for our students. Some of the highest recruited states come from the Midwest. We also have a very diverse student body. We have students coming from over 120 different countries. We also have over about 40% of our students identifying as diverse. And just for your understanding, we typically welcome a freshman class of about 7,000 to 8,000 students each academic cycle. Over the years, we have maintained our student-centered focus. Most classes are relatively small, with the average class size being between 20 and 29 students. Of course, some might be bigger, some might be smaller. It just depends on the actual course and the course content. But overall, 70% of all classes at Arizona have less than 30 students. Even as we continue to grow, we definitely remain committed to giving you an individualized experience in the classroom. Arizona offers a 15-to-1 student to faculty ratio to be sure students get the individualized support they need. And some colleges or majors have even smaller ratios. For example, the College of Fine Arts offers a ratio of 9-to-1, so definitely a more intimate experience. We do an amazing job ensuring success from our students. Over 85% of our first-year students will return for their sophomore year. There are tons of advantages to being at a large public land grant university of our size. With over 250 degree opportunities, we literally have just about any program to meet your educational needs. And there's opportunities to double major and major minor. Set yourself up for whatever it is you want to achieve in your career goals. Some of our most well-known programs are found in the Eller College of Management, which is our nationally top 20 ranked public business college, our College of Nursing, which has the #1 online graduate program in Arizona, and our College of Fine Arts, which offers one of the most competitive dance majors outside of New York City. We are also very well known for our pre-health professions and our medical science programs. The University of Arizona does have 2 medical schools, and so we have access to a lot of really great resources. Our students are constantly telling us that the education they received from Arizona made them real world ready. For those of you who might be undecided, or for those of you who think you have an idea but want to explore more of your options, we have a phenomenal tool on our website called Degree Search. So before you even start the application, or even after, really anytime, you can jump onto our website to help you narrow down what major options might be best for you. You can search based on your own interests, personal characteristics, or even how much math or second language you feel you want to take. So that's a great way to get more insight into a major. If you go to this website, select a major you're thinking about, and take a look at the required courses and the sample schedule, it might give you an idea of, yes, I'm really excited to take all those classes, or no, I don't think I want to take any of those. That might kind of steer you in a different direction. So if you're rethinking or not sure where to start with your major options, I encourage you to take advantage of this tool. But if you don't decide by the time your application comes around, don't worry. You can come into Arizona as undecided. Undeclared is actually the second most popular for our incoming first-year students. We have an abundance of resources like this tool, but also advisors and career exploration tools to really help you determine what it is you want to study. So no pressure when you come to Arizona. Once you are in your major, though, one of the main goals for our faculty and staff is to make sure that you are ready for your career. We do this through a variety of different ways. 100% student engagement is an office that focuses solely on helping students find ways to take what they're learning in the classroom and apply it to a real-world situation. Those situations could be internships, jobs, volunteering, capstone courses, student government, and even research. Each engagement opportunity is going to look a little different depending on your college, your major, and your individual future goals. But the basic idea of the program is that students receive the hands-on experience necessary to be 100% ready to move on to their careers, graduate school, or professional school, really whatever that next step is for you. So why do so many students from all over the country and really all over the world choose to study at Arizona? Whether it's the FISC Guide, Princeton Review, or Forbes, we are consistently ranked among the top 1% of institutions in the entire country who pay you back for what you put into your education. So a very high return on investment. Not to mention we are in the top 1% of universities ranked in the entire world. So when people look at us from the outside, they see that we are a premier Tier 1 Research 1 institution and a renowned member of the prestigious AAU, or American Association of Universities. That is a select group of universities. About 65 universities make up this AAU, and we're right up there with Harvard and Yale. The university also brings in over $680 million in research expenditures each year. For example, when it comes to research, the College of Science, which has over 18 majors, it actually raises more money in research dollars each year than all of the Arizona athletic teams combined. So that is a very big chunk of change going right into our research and researching those opportunities that are available to our students and to our undergraduate students. A little bit more about the College of Science. 60% of students are involved in undergraduate research, and also 65% have paid internships. So that is just an example specific to the College of Science, but of course we have many other opportunities. I want to make sure that students understand that research is not just for science or STEM majors. Every program, from the arts to education to business to public policy and everything in between, there are opportunities for undergraduate research. Undergraduate research is a great way to really enhance your skill set, build up your experience, expand your network, and really prepare you for that next step. And again, these opportunities are available to all majors as early as your freshman year. So as you can see, Arizona has plenty of opportunities and resources to really help you in your academics and excel in your pursuit of your professional goals. But we also have a lot of opportunities outside of the classroom. We have over 600 different student-led clubs and organizations to participate in, and the variety of clubs is something that makes the social scene at Arizona truly amazing. Our student clubs range from academics to leadership to student government to Greek life to social activities to athletics and recreation and everything in between. So again, a very active student life. You can see that over 70% of our students are involved on campus. Some of the clubs that I like to always highlight, ever heard of Zona Zoo? It is the official student section for Arizona Athletics, and awesome fact, it has been consistently ranked by ESPN as the biggest, loudest, and best student section in the Pac-12. Go Cats! You can imagine how much fun our campus is when we have athletic events hosted. The spirit of Arizona Wildcat pride is felt all across the campus as well as all throughout the city of Tucson. If you're considering Greek life at Arizona, you're not alone. Over 13% of students are involved in Greek life. We have 43 different sororities and fraternities to choose from. And like most other Greek life organizations, they focus on social events, philanthropy, and leadership activities. And if you're scrolling through the 600 plus clubs and you don't see anything that you like, or there's something you're really passionate about, it just takes a couple of other students and the student government will help you establish that club. So just a couple of examples of how University of Arizona is dedicated to your experience and making the most of it. So if there's something that could enhance that experience, we want to make sure that we help you and offer you the tools to do that. We also have 8 different cultural centers on campus. You can see them listed here. Each provide academic, cultural, and personal support to students. They also serve as an advocacy role for these students on campus. And you don't have to identify with a group or ethnicity to enjoy their spaces. These centers are open to all students and really to the entire campus community. Another great way to get involved and to find your home at Arizona is to live on campus. The University of Arizona's dorms come in all shapes, sizes, and locations across our 4 areas of campus. Our campus is divided into 4 areas known as districts. So what does that mean for you? That means you have lots of choices. So you should think about your lifestyle. You should think about where you want to live. Do you like to be surrounded by a lot of people, or do you prefer to know everyone in your building? Is the location on campus important? How about cost? Is that a big factor? You'll need to be thinking about these questions because you, unlike most other schools, at Arizona, you get to choose where you live. There are no housing requirements for first-year students. You can choose to live on or off campus. If you do choose to live on campus, you also get to choose where and which dorm you want to live. So you get complete freedom and flexibility in determining where you want to live on campus. Again, what's going to make the most of your experience? We want to help you do that. First year students, more than 70% of our freshmen do choose to live on campus for that first year, not only because it assists with the college transition, but you also have greater access to our student services and resources, not to mention the convenience of rolling out of bed and walking to class. Staying active is another great way to connect to your community while also maintaining a healthy lifestyle. We do offer 2 state-of-the-art recreation centers on our campus. And here you will find opportunities for club sports, intramural sports, fitness classes. We also provide cardio equipment, strength training equipment. We have a pool on campus. Our rec centers also rent out hiking, biking, and camping gear. So plenty of opportunities to stay active and enjoy the recreation, either indoor or outdoor. And there are plenty of reasons to love the city of Tucson. It is Arizona's 2nd largest city. One of my favorite points to share, especially coming from the Midwest, is the weather. Tucson has amazing weather. So the average school time temperature is about 83 degrees, and on average, there are more than 300 days of sunshine each year. So that's pretty amazing. What's not to like about that? Like I mentioned earlier, we have amazing outdoor recreation opportunities. Tucson and the surrounding Sonoran Desert is some of the most iconic scenery in the Southwest. In less than 1 hour, you can drive up to Mount Lemmon, which is the tallest point in southern Arizona, and there you can enjoy miles and miles of hiking, biking trails, camping, and climbing. There's even a ski resort nearby to enjoy, so if you find yourself missing the snow, don't worry, you can still find it in Arizona. And if you're a foodie, there's almost an endless supply of spots to explore. Tucson was actually ranked America's first UNESCO City of Gastronomy, and that's just because of its rich agricultural heritage, the variety of options available, the authentic food options, the food traditions, and the distinctiveness that's offered across the city of Tucson. And my favorite part, the best 23 miles of Mexican food in the nation. There's also a lot of other places to enjoy. Just outside of campus, also known as Main Gate Square, is where Wildcats go to watch a game, grab a bite to eat, study, or all of the above. And it's literally just across the street from campus. Step off the sidewalk and there you are. You also have easy access to the Tucson downtown area, and there you will find a great art scene. Our famous 4th Avenue is home to eclectic shops, coffee spots, and restaurants. We also on campus have Centennial Hall, which is where Broadway comes to Tucson. So from brunch to concerts and everything in between, you can find it here in the city of Tucson. And don't worry about being able to access these hotspots. A car is not necessary. First-year students are permitted to bring a car on campus, but again, it's really not needed. You can hop on our public transportation. Most popular form of transportation is the streetcar. It goes throughout the city and around campus. You just hop on, hop off at your destination. Very cool process. We also have a shuttle that runs around the campus itself. So if you want to get out of the heat or you're feeling lazy, you can hop on and hop off, but you can easily navigate the city of Tucson as well as our 1 mile square campus without a car. So by now, I hope you've heard of a lot of exciting information about Arizona and are eager to apply. If you are a senior in high school, the fall 2021 application is now open, so you can go ahead and submit that. Applying is easy to Arizona. So there are specific information that we are looking for when we evaluate your application. So we do not require official transcripts. Students have the option to either submit a transcript or to self-report their coursework. And like I said, there's very specific information the Arizona is looking to see if you've completed. You can see that there are 16 classes listed on the screen. These are referred to as ABOR core courses. ABOR stands for Arizona Board of Regents, so it is a state-defined requirement. All schools in Arizona have to follow this. So we are looking at your courses to ensure that from your freshman to senior year, you have completed these courses. Very standard curriculum. Most students don't have a problem with it. The grades from these courses are also going to build out your core GPA. So first step is to make sure you've completed these courses. Second step for us is to calculate your core GPA. So the core GPA is taken through your 6th semester transcript, which means your freshman through junior year. We pull the best grades from these courses to calculate an unweighted GPA on a 4.0 scale. That GPA is used to determine admissibility to the university, to any specific academic program, as well as scholarship eligibility. I will discuss scholarships in just a couple of moments, but I wanted to make sure you understood the core ABOR requirements. This information is on our website, and if you have any questions, you can always drop them in the Q&A and I'll answer them at the end of the presentation, or we can reach out if you're still a little confused because it is very specific to the state of Arizona. The other part of the application, very easy. We do accept the Common App or the Coalition app on our website. Whichever you want to submit is fine with us. We don't have a preference. We do not require essays. Personal statements are optional. So if there's something going on in your coursework or your grades, or maybe you want to highlight your achievements to add support to your application, we definitely welcome a personal statement, but it is not required. We do not consider letters of recommendation. Please don't worry about submitting them. If you do submit them, they will not even be looked at. So really don't waste your time with that. We are test optional. The University of Arizona was test optional for general admission prior to the COVID pandemic. For the fall 2021 application cycle, we are test optional for basically everything. We are test optional for admission to the university. We are test optional for any academic programs. We are also test optional for merit scholarships. The Honors College, which is for those high achieving students who are looking for a little extra layer on top of their college experience, you should know that on that application process, they are completely test blind and will not evaluate or consider a test score. So just some things to think about. If you are a junior or a sophomore or a freshman, at this time it is undetermined what the testing policy will be. But if you're a current senior, just know that we are test optional. Once you've completed an application, you'll receive a confirmation email, and you'll also be provided with a future account login. This is a username and a password to help you establish your Arizona account, where you can track the status of your application and receive updates. Typically, it takes us about 2 weeks to get a decision back to you once we have a completed application on file. And like I said, official high school transcripts are not required at the time of application. Just know you will have to submit a final application after graduating high school and before enrolling at Arizona. Awesome program though. Some of you might be admitted to Arizona and not even know it. If you are in the top 25% of your graduating class, or if you have completed your core high school course requirements with a 3.0 GPA or higher, you can be assured admission to the UA. So if this is you, if you fall into one of these two categories, then congratulations, welcome to the Wildcat family. You do still have to go through the application process, so you are still required to submit the application and all the supporting information, but just know that if you fall into this category, you're going to be admitted to the University of Arizona. We know that one of the next big questions about college is how to pay for it. One program that we are always happy to offer our students and families to give assurance is our guaranteed tuition and fees promise. So this means that the tuition cost at the start of your first year will remain the same for all 4 years or 8 consecutive semesters. The tuition rate will never increase. That is extremely helpful when you start budgeting out your plan for college for the next 4 years. Like I said, we do also offer scholarships, and those can be extremely helpful when you're budgeting for college expenses. So our merit awards are going to be based on that core GPA. So you can see from this chart, our out-of-state scholarships range from $1,000 to $35,000 per year. They're offered for a total of 4 years. There is no separate application required. When your GPA is calculated for admissibility, it is also reviewed for scholarship eligibility. So it is an automatic process. Again, the GPA being used is the one that we recalculate based on your 6th semester transcript. It's unweighted. If you have taken any AP or honors courses, that will not be factored into your GPA calculation, but you do earn rigor points, which could potentially earn you an additional scholarship. This chart is available on our website if you would like to refer to it later. Another great place to find scholarship opportunities are through Scholarship Universe. This is a great database exclusively available to admitted Arizona students. So once you receive your Arizona login, you can create a profile, and this database will match you with hundreds or even thousands of scholarships that you could potentially qualify for. So you can apply to as many scholarships and receive as many scholarships as you are awarded. These scholarships can be institutional based, so they can come from different departments and offices across our campus, or they could be national scholarships coming from some organization outside of the University of Arizona. But again, there are an abundance of opportunities, and what's really great about this tool is that you do not have to commit to the university to be able to apply to these. As soon as you're admitted, you can create this profile and start trying to earn those scholarship dollars, which is something we encourage all of our students to do. Each of these scholarships, the criteria, the deadlines, etc., are determined by the organization funding the scholarship. So it's really important that once you're admitted, you start checking these out and seeing what's out there, and you can apply and meet their deadlines. And if you would like to continue to connect with us, maybe you haven't gotten a chance to go to campus, or it's been a while since you've gone to campus, I invite you to check us out online. We have amazing virtual options for you to explore. We have a guided virtual tour. We have a YouTube library full of videos from of our campus, listening to faculty, as well as our staff, our president, and of course current students. So if you haven't checked it out, please go on and see what you can find. We are not hosting on-campus visits this fall. At this time, we are unsure of what we will be offering in the spring, but again, please check us out online. If you are interested in learning more about a specific college or major, I invite you to check out the online info sessions that are offered by these different colleges. So they are offered on a weekly basis. If you go to our website, you can see the different sessions, the days and the times, and the programs that are being offered. It's a great way to gain more insight and hear directly from that college and major itself. Every Tuesday, you can head over to our Instagram page, and there you can chat live with current students, ask them a question, and they will talk more about their experience and what it means to be a Wildcat. It's our Ask a Wildcat Instagram program, so definitely check that out so you can hear from our students directly. And I want to thank you for joining me tonight. That is all the information that I have as part of the presentation. Again, my name is Emily Martinez, and I am the representative for your school, for your state, really. So this is my contact information. Please feel free to jot it down, take a screenshot. If you don't get to that, it's okay. My information is on the website. You just pick your state of Ohio, and there will be my picture as well as my contact information. So thank you so much for joining me. I will open it up to Q&A, so please feel free to utilize that Q&A tool if you do have questions. All right, does not look like we're having any questions come in, and that is totally okay. So that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for my presentation. Thank you again for joining me. I know StriveScan has just a couple of quick announcements before we go, but thank you again. I hope you guys have a great night.
All right, thank you, Emily, and thank you all for joining us this evening. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey, and we'd love any feedback that you can provide. Remember that this was just one of many sessions being hosted, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions at oacac.org. And in about a week, you'll be able to see this session's recording as well as all of the other session recordings at oacac.org. Thank you all and have a great evening.